I was rinsing a mug at the sink when she casually mentioned that I should start looking for somewhere else to live. Her tone was gentle, almost courteous, the way someone speaks when they're suggesting a new paint color, not dismantling your place in their life. She didn't even look at me, just stirred her drink, and said her eldest boy and his wife needed room. They were ready for the next chapter, she explained, and sacrifices had to be made. I gave a small nod. Back then, nodding was my reflex. What she never knew was that the monthly payments keeping that house afloat came from me. She never knew whose account covered the mortgage, the utilities, the repairs. She never questioned why the numbers always worked out. Standing there, listening to her polite dismissal, something inside me didn't shatter. It sharpened. When I married into that family, I thought fairness was the foundation of love. I believed effort meant security. I was the first to arrive and the last to leave, the one who quietly handled expenses before anyone noticed they existed. When something broke, I fixed it. When appreciation didn't come, I told myself it wasn't needed. In the beginning, her kindness felt sincere. She praised my reliability, told relatives I was the steady one. I eventually learned that reliable often means convenient. Gradually, the atmosphere changed. Meals felt rushed. Conversations drifted around me instead of including me. Her eldest son, Evan, the favored one, started treating the house like it was already his. He asked questions about money with a grin, made comments that sounded like jokes but weren't. Then one night, a lockbox from the study vanished. It reappeared the next morning, untouched but not unexamined. That's when I reviewed the security footage I'd never told anyone about. I watched her carefully sorting through my papers, calm and thorough. That was the moment trust collapsed, not when she asked me to leave, but when she assumed I was oblivious. I didn't confront her. I recalibrated. That evening, I stopped making payments. Quietly. No speeches. No drama. The next morning, I called my attorney, then my bank, then a moving company. I packed methodically, documents, clothes, artwork, even the furniture I'd purchased, and allowed them to use. By nightfall, the house felt hollow, like it had exhaled everything real. She came home mid-move, startled by the sound of boxes sealing and rooms emptying. She asked where I was going, confusion edging into her voice. I didn't respond. Evan showed up later, brimming with confidence, already picturing his future there. What he found instead was a house without support, no paid bills, no safety net, no unseen hand holding it together. I stood near the door, keys resting in my hand, and finally spoke. I told them I'd been paying for everything. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't embellish. The truth landed hard enough on its own. Her glass slipped from her fingers and shattered on the floor. That sound carried more honesty than any apology that followed. She tried to smooth it over, said families shouldn't keep track, said mistakes happen. I stayed silent. This wasn't about resentment, it was about balance being restored. Consequences followed quickly. Accounts froze. Bills piled up. Plans made for Evan unraveled. Accusations flew, but accusations don't cover debts. Within a month, the house went on the market. Dinner stopped. Calls ended. Absence replaced me. Months later, I saw her in a grocery aisle. She looked tentative, smaller somehow. She seemed ready to speak, maybe to explain or ask for forgiveness. I gave her the same brief nod I'd offered in the kitchen and walked past her. I don't feel bitter. I feel exact. I didn't shout or plead for appreciation. I simply withdrew myself and everything I contributed. That's what people forget about those who stay quiet. You don't hear the moment they decide they're done. You only notice when everything they held together finally lets go.